How NBA players got their jersey numbers. Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan completely changed the meaning of the number 23, and even David Beckham paid his tribute to MJ when he decided to wear that jersey in Real Madrid, as well as hundreds of ballers including LeBron James have done over the course of history. Still, Jordan's story is one of the most heartfelt, as he decided to wear that jersey to honor his brother Larry, who wore the number 45, and kept beating him when they were growing up. Jordan thought that he could be half as good as his brother, so he wore number 23. Today, number 23 is the most famous number in sports history, and every fan dreams to become half as good as Michael Jordan. Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert has already set records during his short time in the NBA so far. Now, believe it or not, Gobert was actually drafted by the Denver Nuggets with the 27th overall pick in the 2013 NBA Draft, but was traded to Utah immediately that night, and Gobert has been Utah's go-to big man ever since. Gobert was taken 27th overall, which was 26 spots higher than he believed he should have been picked, which is actually the main reason behind why he chose the number 27. Gobert chose the number 27 just to show all the teams in the league if they made a mistake skipping him with the 26 previous picks in the draft, while he continues to develop and progress and show many signs of dominance with his defensive presence on the court, as well as his ability to block shots and get offensive and defensive rebounds with ease. Kevin Durant. If someone knows about emotions, that's definitely Kevin Durant, a player that's never been shy to show his feelings to the public and the media, and that's even being called a cupcake due to his softness nowadays. Still, Durant wasn't soft at all when he decided to change his jersey number in honor of one of his AAU coaches, one of his biggest mentors and Ione father figures, Coach Charles Craig, murdered at the age of 35. Gilbert Arenas. As you may remember, Gilbert Arenas had one of the most interesting personalities you'll find on an NBA court, and being as loud, vocal, and kind of a douchebag as he was, he decided that he was going to stick it to his doubters every time he set foot on the NBA hardwood. Arenas decided to wear the number 0 shirt to make fun of the critics that stated that he was going to get 0 NBA minutes, including his former coach during college. You've got to admit it, that was clever. Pascal Siakam. Not many people know a lot about Pascal or why he chose to wear the number 43 until now. Pascal Siakam was born and raised in Cameroon with 3 brothers and 2 sisters, which were far too many kids to take care of for their family. Money struggles became real, and the family opted to move from city to city. After his rookie debut, he talked about why he wore the number 43. "I'm starting my own little tradition every time I enter the game. I touch the number 4 of my jersey 4 times for my dad and 3 brothers, and I touch the number 3 3 times for my mom and 2 sisters. Then I cross myself for God, and I point up to the sky. I know my dad is watching." Meta Santaford Artest. Meta has always been one of the most entertaining guys to follow in the NBA, even changing his name from Ron Artest to this one, and later to Panda Friend when he decided to move to China to play overseas. Having said that, it's not quite shocking to find him in this list with a crazy jersey number story, as the defensive standout decided to wear the number 37 jersey as soon as he joined the Los Angeles Lakers to pay tribute to the king of pop, Michael Jackson, whose album Thriller had been number 1 for 37 weeks. Dennis Rodman. Just like some of the other guys we've talked about in this video, Dennis Rodman has always been quite different, and his twisted sense of humor is something he'll be remembered for ages, besides also being one of the most dominant defenders in the world. When Rodman joined the Dallas Mavericks, he actually demanded to wear the 69 number, but Commissioner David Stern rejected his request due to the number's sexual affiliation, and so far nobody has used that jersey number, and that's why he wore number 70 instead. Classic Rodman. Steve Nash. Steve Nash was one of the most important point guards in the association back in the day, but when the Los Angeles Lakers decided to acquire him from the Phoenix Suns, they couldn't offer him the 13 jersey because that number was already retired due to Wilt Chamberlain. So, Nash, being a huge soccer fan, decided it was time to respect some of the best soccer players in the world, like Zinedine Zidane and Lionel Messi, deciding to wear number 10 until the day he'd retire. Dirk Nowitzki. Dirk Nowitzki has left his fingerprint among international basketball as one of the most prolific scorers this game has ever seen, being a walking example of loyalty, hard work, and putting the team first always. Nonetheless, nobody had that much faith in him in the early going, and that's why his former teammate Robert Pack wasn't willing to give him his number 14 jersey, Dirk's number back home in Germany. After Pack refused to shoot for it, Dirk decided to give it a rest and just flip his numbers to go as 41 from then on. Paul George. Paul George grew up as a die-hard Los Angeles Lakers fan, and there's a major possibility that the all-star small forward actually suits up for the purple and gold franchise this upcoming season, carrying Kobe Bryant's torch as he always wanted, and that's why he decided to wear number 24 during the early years of his career. Nonetheless, as you may know by now, George no longer goes by that number as he thought PG-13 would be a very catchy nickname and decided to give it a try as a sign of a fresh start to go back stronger than ever. Damian Lillard. With Damian Lillard being one of the most underrated point guards in the entire league on top of being arguably the best rapper in the NBA, he's been emerging as an all-star on all levels off the court as well. Damian wanted to represent his hometown in any way possible, and that is exactly why he chose the number 0 to represent the letter O in Oakland. Lillard actually went from Auckland, Ogden, to yet another place starting with the letter O in Oregon, where he was in fact selected with the number 6 pick of the 2012 NBA draft for the Portland Trail Blazers. So with all that being said, both the number 0 and the letter O have been something that Damian has continued to represent proudly over the years. Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell is a rising star that is proving to the world why he deserves to be the player that the Utah Jazz can build around for years to come. He played college ball for the Louisiana Cardinals before getting drafted 13th pick by the Denver Nuggets in the 2017 NBA draft, but being immediately traded on draft night to the Utah Jazz, where as a rookie ended up being named to the NBA All-Rookie First Team, as well as even winning the NBA Slam Dunk Contest his first year in the league. Now, it's actually a known fact that Donovan Mitchell has been a big Michael Jordan fan his entire life, stemming back to Jordan being the inspiration for Donovan even pursuing basketball, and even changed his number to a number Jordan wore in high school. During the 1994 and 1995 NBA season is when Jordan in fact changed his number to 45 for a couple of games, but eventually changed it back to the iconic 23. When Jordan's autobiography, titled The Love of the Game, was published, he explained that he wanted to go back to 45 to bring back memories of his number in high school and when he played baseball. So that's exactly our dive, and Mitchell chose to represent the GOAT himself. That is it for today's video, and let me know in the comments below about which other stories about jersey numbers you know. Kindly give your feedback, and peace out.